About 2 years ago, I wrote this book. I printed it out from Amazon. This is a young adult crossover to adult fantasy romance. Now that the term romantasy is out, perhaps it is a romantasy. And I did nothing with this book. I wrote it, and I'm not someone to outright drop a project. So even though the idea or it's written, I'm not like, I did make plans to shelve it, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And I actually was watching a bunch of videos by Bethany A. She's also on authortube, and I'm so impressed by her self-publishing career. I was binging like a lot of her videos because I feel like I've always wanted to be hybrid. So that's both traditional publishing and self-publishing. I was like, can I write a romantasy series? Because I don't know, even like authortubers like Katie Wismer and their romantasy series seem to do really well. Anyway, I was thinking, can I create a romantasy series? And I think the answer is yes. So we're gonna do that today. We're gonna do that together. I've decided to, if I really pursue this idea, I can turn this book into an interconnected romantasy series. This will be the first book, and it's complete at 96K. Like, this is, the first draft is pretty decent. I like the story a lot, actually. My romantasy series, though, I want it to be a little bit different than what's currently on the market. So what is currently on the market right now is obviously very dark, brutal books with a lot of sex, and TBH, that's not who I am at all. I am wearing black, so it might seem like that, but I want these romantasy series to be fun and light. Like, my vibe for these romantasy books would be like Studio Ghibli, except like maybe some kissing, but that's maybe Fade to Black, but that would be it. And so we're gonna plan this series with me, and oh my god, this video honestly would not be possible without Scrintle, which is today's sponsor. Scrintle is an online productivity tool to brainstorm and gather your ideas in a more structured and also visual manner. I'm a very scatterbrained person, meaning that I have notes literally everywhere. They're on scraps of paper, they're on my phone, they're in random Google Doc drives, they're in Notion. But I feel like Scrintle is really the only place for me to organize all these complex thoughts and put them in a way, like a visual board that I can easily see. So Scrintle uses mind maps, which I think is honestly amazing. It's like having index cards but on your computer. And what I really like about Scrintle is that it's on the cloud. I use my desktop primarily when I'm home, but I'm not home very often. That's when I use my laptop. So I like how Scrintle is on the cloud and I can always use it no matter where I am. I also have a discount code for Scrintle. If you'd like to check it out, please click on the description below. And if you want a template of all of this, I will also share that in the description below. All right, so this is my current view. Obviously, I didn't populate a lot of it because I wanted to do that with you guys today in this video. So as you can see, this is one of my boards. I have a lot of different boards. If I quickly go to writing, in this writing board, I'm blocking off one of the columns on purpose, but you can see I mostly use this for submissions, to track my submissions, and now I have created a separate board for this romantasy series. And so I already created these cards, so what you can do is just click on this plus and add a card, and you can write literally anything you want. This might also be some ASMR. I'm using my favorite keyboard right now. Anyway, I'm gonna delete this for now because this is the board we're gonna be using. And so I never came up with a title for this book, the one I'm holding. So I called it Night of Fire. And so I guess I have to spoil this a little bit. So this book has elemental magic as one of the magic fantasy elements. And so I was thinking that each book will follow a character that uses that kind of elemental magic. So in the first book, my main character is May. So that's what this link is. Where's the actual card for May? I think just a little bit that this is just like a little buggy. Like, I think it's just a little buggy. Where's my... Okay, you know what? Let's just start over. Let's permanently delete May. So anyway, I don't know how much I want to spoil. Okay, as you can imagine, Either May or the love interest has fire. I'm just gonna put, I forgot what her last name is. I wrote this like a million years ago. And I can change the color here. I'm gonna change to pink. And what I can do is link it. So I know that May is in this book. And I think, honestly, I completely forgot. I was gonna do like some pre-research before I did this video, but it turns out that's not happening. What's the name of her love interest? Oh, oops. Her name is actually spelled M-A-E. M-A-E. Oh, his name is Kai. Okay, his name is Kai. So, here's something else that's interesting that I don't know if it can work with like a interconnected standalone. I mean, obviously I can do whatever I want because it's my book, but this first book is actually written in 2 different timelines. So we have now and before, and we don't have the other guy's perspective. Like, we don't have Kai's perspective. I guess I'm okay to share this also, because if I ever did self-publish this, I would wait until I had at least like 2.5 books before I published. I'd probably hold back. So the only like interconnected series that I really read was the contemporary one with Anna Huang. Anna Huang, that's the author. And all the characters kind of make an appearance again. I think that's the beauty of an interconnected standalone series, right? These are the 2 characters for... Okay, I don't... Also, sorry, I didn't address this. I don't know if I actually like these titles. I just picked something, like, honestly, for the purpose of this video, because I don't know what to call it, because I never picked a book title for this one. And I like Night of Fire. There's like that like J-pop song, it's Night of Fire. I don't know, I like it. Dawn of Water, Dusk of Air, Deeper. So I know for sure there's a character called Skylar. I wonder what his elemental magic would be. Actually, how about this? It's because he's a whatever person. I need a way better place to put this characters, because like in the middle. Let me go to another board that I was brainstorming. This is my epic romance tropes. I did a bunch of research by watching like hours of booktube and watching popular booktubers tier rank their favorite romance tropes. So I did a lot of research on this, and these are a lot of tropes that people like readers. So I think what I'm gonna do now is probably try to pick one of these. So for this one, I could do, you know, the one that people really like is the fake dating. I think this one, we can try to do that. Fake dating. Oh, fake dating. And I think bodyguard romance. Yeah. Skylar is a guy, and I feel like I haven't read a lot of women bodyguards with men as like the person being protected. And so I feel like that could, here, I'm gonna make this consistent. So I feel like I could do that as well and subvert the tropes a little bit. What name should I give my characters? I'm not good at names. What if I just did bodyguard? I feel like with the interconnect, so there is a plot, like I feel like there still has to be an overall plot that can be carried over. Create text plot overall, and so I'm going to drag this out so I can have the overarching plot. Who? Oh my god. I just thought of an idea! Okay, what if the villain of this book gets his own book in one of these? Oh my god, that's genius. What's his name? In that case, then it'll be like kind of tied because he's the villain. And can that be an enemies to lovers? Like a real enemies to lovers? Because like the first one is not really, they're not really enemies. They're just like, they just don't get along. Wait, this is freaking genius. I gotta write this down. Okay. I don't even remember his name. So, villain of Night of Fire gets his own book, and this can be a redemption arc, and this can be an enemy to love. The problem is, okay, here's another thing. I don't want to idealize this like enemies. This, I don't. How do I say this? Like, I don't care for morally gray characters, and I know that's something like a lot of readers like. They like morally gray, they like the touch her and you die. I don't like that. But perhaps I can turn it into like a satirical one, just a satirical version. Because honestly, I think this book is also a little bit satirical on popular romance tropes. Not popular romance tropes, but popular... I mean, there is the one bed and there is a love triangle, but it's like a lighter take on it. Like, it's not dark. And so, perhaps we can follow that same tone. Like, cheeky. Oh my god, there's cat fur everywhere. Do you see it? Not as serious or satirical, really. Yes. I like this. I think I like this. And then this can tie back to the overall plot. What's the villain's name? Like, let me look at this. I don't remember the villain's name. Wait, did he die? I don't think the villain died in this one, did he? So I think he's called Rez in this book. I don't know if I like that name. I might change this. I forgot what power he has. It doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter what power he has, because the point is he will like someone who's a water person or an earth person. I don't know yet, but I like this guy's character arc. I feel like this has to be the third book, because in the fourth one, everything is kind of really resolved. And you know what? Maybe he needs to be, like, this villain needs to be the last book to tie everything together. So maybe he'll be the last book. And I don't know what element he is. Like, I feel like something I learned from Maggie Steve Otter's Retreat is that she says characters are kind of like shapes. Like, think of character shapes and think of their dynamic with each other. So if Rez is this like bad boy turned good, what kind of partner would his character have? I think someone who's probably very hopeful and optimistic, right? So maybe we can just write that down. I don't know. Partner. So I'll just put down some character traits, like maybe bubbly, someone who sees the good, maybe also some tragic story. I feel like it'd be interesting if her family was affected by what he did in book one. Yeah, so here, Day of Earth. I don't know if this is the actual name. I don't even know if that's the element I want to focus on. So this would also be... Is that weird? If I have... Every single one is a dual POV except for the first book. Is that weird? Or is that okay? Is it obvious that I tried to make this a standalone series? Because the first book... the first book has to be... It has to be a timeline. It has to be a dual timeline. Like, there's no other way around it. That's the vision I want the book to be. Dual POV. And then we have tropes. I wanted enemy... Wait, she's not an enemy. No, maybe she's an enemy. Maybe she can, like, volunteer. Maybe they meet while he's in rehabilitation and something. Yeah. Okay. And... this middle one, I don't know. It has to be someone in book one already. But I don't really have anyone. We can do like a third. You know, it has to be a female character as the main character now. Because in the initial, how much do I say? In the initial group of friends, it's May, Kai, Skylar. And I think I had another, I think I had two more characters. But this third book will definitely be one of these two. I just don't know who or what kind of plot. Something that shows, how about follow up on her life after the events of book one? Because with romantasy, I feel like it's just a romance in a fantasy world. That's what romantasy is. What's her personality going to be like? I think it depends. I think... Wait. I know who this character is now. Oh, yes! I don't know her name, and I don't know where to find her. So, okay, I'll just tell you that after book one, she's sad, but she's, like, misunderstood. I like characters, like, female characters that are, like, very unlikable, so she might be one of them. Not necessarily unlikable, but, like, she doesn't have a strong first impression, so I think I want her to be like that. One of my questions I got when I did my Q&A was like, do you have a favorite character you wrote? And I said yes. I didn't know I would like her so much, but she's getting another point of view in book 2 of Euphoria, and so her character type would be kind of like this too. But I don't want it to be like a direct copy. So how would I do that? Okay, honestly, I think we're gonna call it now. Call it for now. I can go on and on with this video, but I don't want it to be too long. So what I need to do next, so I'm gonna just like give a note to myself. Notes for myself. Task list. Oh yeah. Add the name. And so this will mostly be in book 2 and book 3, because book 4 is like the final redemption arc with the villain. Wow, this was very productive. So thank you for brainstorming and planning with me. If you'd like to check out Skrintle, I have a discount code linked below. I will also put this as a template in case you want to use this for your series that you want to plan. And if you are an expert, if you read a lot of romantasy or also interconnected standalone series, please let me know in the comments what you expect from an interconnected standalone series, because I don't read that many. And I'm trying to write one, or supposedly. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!